Alright, so I want to talk a little bit about the importance of being your child's lifeguard. So whenever you're around any body of water, you want to make sure that you are the one who's focused on your child. Do not rely on anybody else. But in this scenario, even if it's a small pool or a spa, what we want to make sure that we do is be aware of the fact that even if you have other kids around you, if one is having trouble swimming, you want to use every means that you possibly can to get them out without actually going into the water. There are a number of different drowning scenarios that have occurred where another child will go in for the child drowning and they'll start grabbing onto each other as they panic, and then they either both drown or only one survives. So what's super important is to make sure that in any swimming scenario that we're going to demonstrate right now, to make sure that you have anything available that you could possibly use to get them out. So Marcus, this is my son Marcus. Marcus, can you swim out just a little bit? Just swim out just a little bit. Okay. And then come over here a little bit closer and grab onto my hand. Okay. So you can see right now I have a very low center of gravity. So I want to make sure that I'm very stable when I help him out of the water. Now let's also demonstrate, well, what if he's a little bit further out? What could we use in a swimming scenario that would help get him out safely without actually having to physically go in? Well, a lot of times you can even grab a towel. And a towel is usually long enough. So Marcus, why don't you swim out again? And turn around. You can actually throw him a towel that he can grab onto, and you can bring him right in safely. Okay? Now, can you let go real quick? Thanks, bud. So now after the towel, let's think about if he even went out even further. Well, a lot of times you'll have noodles, right? This is very, very popular, which people actually use as a safety device, which it's not. Don't use this as a safety device because the kids fall off these all the time and then they drown. But what this can be used for is for just fun, okay? With a kid who knows how to swim. So Marcus, why don't you go all the way out to the end, swim out to the end, near where the bubbles are. Okay, and let's say he's out there but he's having trouble swimming. I can then have you grab onto this and pull him safely over here. Okay? Now again, sometimes if he's even further out, we have a scenario where either we have one of those skimmers that they have typically at pools that you can actually has a pole that you can extend out. We can put that next to him if he's further out, or if you have a life jacket. If you have a life jacket, Marcus, go ahead and go on all the way out there again. You can actually throw this out to them. Okay? If I threw that out to Marcus, he can grab onto it, and that way he has an extra layer of protection with a floating device. Now come all the way back. Okay. So we should always try to save the child, if possible, without actually getting in the water. Even if you're an adult, it could cause a problem if it's deep, because he's going to be grabbing onto you and trying to, get on top of you just so he can breathe. So in that scenario also, let's say you do actually have to go in. If you do actually have to go in, bring these with you. Bring a flotation device with you out there that they can grab onto instead of you. Then you guys can both safely come back. Right? So be your child's lifeguard. Make sure you have eye contact. Don't rely on anybody else to do your job as a parent, which is to protect your kids.